Okay, so they're actually talking about going to Mars in about 2024 or 2025. So we're looking at only sort of about 6 or 7 years away from now. Can you imagine being one of those people on the first rocket to Mars? Because I can. And I know about, so far, about 200,000 people have volunteered from many different countries around the world to be on that first spaceship, to be on that first rocket to Mars. They've put their names forward as volunteers, which I just find unbelievable, because the planet Mars is absolutely freezing. It's got a very thin atmosphere there as well, with high levels of radiation, so it's almost uninhabitable, I would say. And sometimes in life, the fantasy is different than the reality. So the idea that we have about something, you know, it's almost like an adventure. But to me, it sounds terrifying, absolutely terrifying, because apparently it's a one-way, these are a one-way trip. So I've heard, a one-way ticket, so they won't be coming back. The questions I would have though are about food. I mean, you can take supplies with you on the rocket. You can take, but they're going to run out, and there's nothing on Mars. You can't. I don't think you can grow anything there. So I don't know. It's just. I guess it's an expedition. It's an expedition to Mars, but I would say we need to sort out the problems on this Earth first, on planet Earth. This world has a lot of problems. We have endless wars going on. We've got Syria, the Yemen. I think there's some African countries fighting. We have problems with drugs, places like Colombia, places in South America, gun violence. We have suicides. We have a lot of inequality in this world as well. The haves and the have-nots, you know, like 2% of the population owning, you know, 95% of the wealth and all that sort of stuff. This planet that we call Earth, planet Earth, has a lot of problems. It's also an amazing place as well, living on Earth, but I guess my point is we need to try and sort out the problems on this Earth first, instead of, because it has a lot of problems that need addressing. We are advancing in some ways. Obviously, we have all this amazing technology, and even if you just look at the last 20 years, how much things have advanced. We have, you know, mobile phones that can do anything now, and, you know, computers and all this stuff. But we're not addressing some of the big issues. We need to slow down. We need to stop producing all this crap we're making. We should be, I don't know, this planet needs to get its priorities in order, and I just think going to Mars it's a bit of a sci-fi dream, really, isn't it? But it's to look at going to Mars as a viable option to, well, as a solution to the problems on this Earth. Well, we'll go somewhere else now. Because, you know, the resources are running out. We're ruining this planet, so we'll go and set up home on another planet. The thing is, even if we did manage to successfully colonize Mars, we'd only end up killing each other anyway. We'd only end up, you know, breaking up into groups, as we've always done, as mankind has always done throughout history. We'd end up getting behind some charismatic leader, and we would end up probably fighting over stuff, killing each other or whatever, because we're still doing that now, and we call us civilized man, and it's 2018, and we've got a huge global arms trade which runs on profit. We have a lot of wars, because wars are very profitable. They're always said to be about freedom. Wars are about freedom and all this, but a lot of times they're about getting hold of a country's resources, a global game of chess, really, and a global game of positioning. That's what wars are about, empires and all that stuff. So I'm getting a bit off topic here, but I mean, going to Mars, I mean, what makes us think we'd be any more successful in Mars? Like I say, we'd still be fighting each other probably. But can you imagine, like, when that first spaceship took off with these volunteers, can you imagine changing your mind? Oh no, shit. Because that can happen in life. We can have a moment of revelation where we think, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh no, I can't get off. It's a one-way journey to Mars. It's a one-way journey, and you suddenly realise, oh shit, you can't get off. You're stuck on it. You're stuck on this rocket. Sounds terrifying to me. Really, really terrifying. And I'd love to meet these people who would be volunteers. And in some ways, it's very brave. It's very brave to be a volunteer. But in another way, it's kind of, is it brave? Is it naive? Is it stupid? You know, I don't know.